Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Forge here at CNI Creations. And you see how this Mark 1B rattlesnake submachine gun kind of looks like a toy lacking an orange barrel tip? That's because it's kind of like this mixture of going for realism and knowing I'm making a starting cardboard craft. It's one of my first guns. I've made steps forward since this. Look at how primitive this is compared to future ones. I will show you differences. This one is a point up and it's hollow here. It's like someone put a wet floor sign down. And then I take this out. You know, it kind of suffices. Like, it goes in and out pretty gracefully. I line the point up between these two bumps here. This thing is pretty sturdy, and the front foregrip is pretty good. In fact, it holds up to this day. It is actually what inspired the front foregrip for my latest craft, the AR-15B. And boy, does it put this rattlesnake submachine gun made out of cardboard overall down. Let me show you what's between that more advanced version and this older version that was once the pride of my channel. This here is what I call the AR-15A, based on the AR-15. You can tell my methodology when it comes to making these new names. Anyways, good news is the wet floor sign is completely gone. And running down the sights, the bumps are actually better. It's a pretty good rail. It's longer. And I can remove these sights, put them inside of the magazine. That's what I find kind of cool about this to this day, even though I really kicked this one's butt with the latest one. I put this down. It's a holographic sight. Line up dots instead. And for a tall guy like me, I can adjust the stock with the stock adjustability. Full charging handle. Why-ya! And check it out. This is the AR-15A. It's sturdy. It looks cleaner, way less taped because I've used hot glue. And there's a problem. The inside of this holographic sight is brown because I put on the 2-liter soda plastic before spray painting it. And this is the result. Easer, what was I gonna do about the problems with this one? Here is the AR-15B, completely deprived of attachments, enhancements. It's not even loaded. So let me take care of the first thing. Get those default sights on. It's so small. It's not even loaded. Let me take care of that too. So now it's loaded. Charging handle. And I get that front pointer upper right in the center of this arch over here. One thing I did in the creation of this was put scotch tape here, here, and up around here. Also below. Actually, not below. I was counting on the paint not going below because of the front and back tapes. The result was, largely, this part stayed duct tape silver, and the rest turned black. Just the way I wanted it. So, we've got the barrel. An actual barrel with holes in the barrel over here. And then I made this pointer upper here. The problem was, I wanted it to be something I could put on and take off. So I made it so I could put it on and take it off. But if I ever want to take it all the way off, what am I going to do? And how's it going to stay on when I want it on? Turns out, the penny's being phased out, and a couple of pennies are glued together here. I'm using them as weights. This is a duct tape strip with a little bit of cardboard in there, keeping it strong. Or maybe the duct tape is keeping the cardboard strong. Maybe both. They work together. And now, I'm going to show you something cool about this. I can actually loosen this off. And it takes some time, but they're just moved about 1/2 inch. And with it loosened enough, I can actually take this off. And this is the part. Oh no, it needs its other thing again. So I'm gonna put it back on. Just do this. Slide this right in here. Pull. And it'll stay tight because of the gravity and the penny weights. I'll be aiming again. It's like it was never off. And maybe I can push this a little bit. It's not in there tight and unwiggleable, but the point is it stays where it's supposed to, given the right love. This is more detailed, and it can remain closed. Now that's a better receiver if I do say so myself. In addition, look at the stock. It's adjustable like the last one. Pull out what I call the trousers, and then push this in. If I want a shorter stock, all the way in. Put the trousers back in. And what I have is a short stock that's not meant for a guy like me. My God, the charging handle is touching my nose. It was touching my nose. So I'm gonna pull the trousers back out and make it long because it's optimized for me when it's long instead of short. Now that's better. Next up, how do I make this even better? Remember that rattlesnake submachine gun I showed you in the beginning with an under barrel foregrip? Well, this one has its own version, and I just added on. In addition to that, it can accommodate a variety of sights, including its own holographic sight. So I put this on and aim down. I have a foregrip, okay? Dot to dot, but you'll notice something else. If I bring this closer, it's black on the inside because I remembered to make it right this time. Next up, what I think is one of the coolest features of this new AR-15B. I take this off. It's a short scope. That kind of looks like an old-fashioned locomotive engine. Put this on. And line up the scope. I did not want to act like a Nazi there, but you know, it's kind of fun to talk in a German accent every once in a while. I'm taking off some filters here. Anyways, time to put on the scope cap, because that's another feature of this that I thought was kind of cool to add, and I got it. And this thing is something you can't see through. You can't see my finger. And now I lift up the scope cap and maybe you can see my eye. So am I proud of this thing? Yeah. This is the new pride of my channel, and I'm already working on my next project after the one I finished after this. So if you haven't seen my case, check it out. I might give it its own video, but right now it's one of the shorts. I'm going to show you some more angles of this just in case you haven't seen. I don't know what I'm doing. This is improvised. Thank you so much for watching my developmental progress here in the forge of CNI Creations.